Hi, folks. Thanks for stopping in. Wanted to get the announcement out here on who we're having on the show tonight. And when Smudge renegotiated his contract, well, he got some vacation days in, and he took one today, so he's out playing in the mud. So I get to do this. But tonight we have scheduled Diane, the Canning Nana. And I've got her page up on the screen here. You can peruse it if you desire. She's out of California, I think. Yep, she's out of California. If we go into her About page, garden and can what we grow. Bake and try new delicious recipes. So that's her description. It's a little short and I guess to the point. But I've noticed in her videos she has some other interesting things. She did a couple videos about the fires they had out in California there. Done some live shows. All kinds of things. She's doing some dehydrating, garden updates. Go down through here and kind of a wide variety of topics on the channel here. But we hope to have her tonight. Now we have been put on notice that she's about to be a grandmother. And there is a possibility that may happen tonight. So, at this point in time, and it's shortly after noon our time, 12:34 or so, have her scheduled to be on. If in fact she has to make a run to her daughters, or her waiting to be born grandchild. Well, we'll come up with somebody, and we don't know who yet, but we've got a couple people in our hip pocket if we can.
Hi folks, sitting here typing again. Hope everyone had a great weekend. We did. Didn't do much, but it was still a nice weekend. No snow today. It rained during the night, so I'd say 99.9% of the snow is now gone. Now we have mud. So the white dogs that I did have yesterday are now a speckled brown dog.
Chocolate covered.
Chocolate covered, yeah, they're chocolate covered all right. And these dogs do not like to go and get washed. I spent half an hour one time trying to get Smudge into the bathtub. I even went and got a Slim Jim and broke it in pieces and got in the bathtub to try to coax him in. He wasn't having anything of it. It was like a mule. So I finally said a few choice words and we went back downstairs. So everyone got their drinks and their treats. We're going to have an interesting evening tonight.
Well, you might tell them that the baby is on hold.
That's right. That's right. So far, no baby. So we got Diane all to ourselves.
So, you want her?
Sure.
All right.
Bring her on out.
There she is. You're on.
Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good.
Oh, I would imagine everybody's doing pretty good. You're out there in sunny, beautiful California.
Yeah.
A mile away from the ocean, or less than a mile, I think you said.
Yeah.
Just enjoying these early spring temperatures, I guess. So.
Yeah, we have the same weather pretty much year round here. So I get a garden all year round.
Oh, hush.
I'm sorry.
So envious of that. I so want spring to get here.
Yeah, we definitely don't get the garden year round.
No.
But,
yeah, I keep messaging my sister, ask her when her lemon tree is ready and her avocados. So at least I get those. And my daughter down in Florida has a lime tree, so with any luck, they'll remember I'm up here.
well, let's talk about your garden here for just a moment. The soil that you have out there, being as close to the ocean as you are, is it real sandy? I've never been to California, so
Gosh, you'll have to come out here.
I've never been there. I've never left anything there. I guess I have no reason to go.
My sister's out there. Good reason for me.
But is the soil real sandy out there, or?
No, we have really good soil here. Where we are, we have naturally good soil, and we've amended it, mushroom mulch, and then some different additives that we put in the soil. That it's good year round. I was picking peas today.
Wow. So
That's right, because I watched that, and it's like, oh Lord,
what's
some. Oh.
what's your favorite vegetable to grow?
Speaking of my sister, right there she is.
My favorite vegetable to grow is probably peas and radishes and carrots, because that's the grandkids love those, and they love going through the garden and just picking everything and going through and eating. It's a lot of fun. So anything that they could do. Green beans are fun, but the peas, I think, are the most special.
Well, yeah, and they are so good when you just pop them right off the plant and just eat them right in the garden there. They're absolutely wonderful. So I guess you really have no use for a greenhouse or anything.
Not really. I want a greenhouse. I want a small one, just to start the seedlings in before I put them out in the garden.
Okay.
But I really don't need one. I pretty much start everything right in the ground. The ground is warm here. Our average temperature is about 65 to 70 year round.
Wow.
So, and where I live, I'm in a little alcove. I'm near, well, I'm right in the middle of Ventura. But so if you look on the map there, it kind of is a horseshoe shape. And I'm in that horseshoe, and it's its own little microclimate. So the weather here where I am is a little bit different than if you go a mile just farther in. So we can grow pretty much anything all year round. In the summer, it's foggy here. We get about 3 months of fog. We don't get any heat until probably around the end of August or September. That's our summer, into October.
Wow.
So it's pretty interesting.
Diane, my sister wants to know, how much land do you have?
I just have a regular lot. We're on, I think it's I want to say a 7,000 square foot lot. It's not very big. We have a big front yard that I would love to make a garden, but my husband won't let me. So we have a huge front yard, and we have a good sized backyard. And my garden is about 40 feet long by about 4 foot wide. And then there's a little bit more around the lemon tree. There's some garden everywhere.
That sounds like our raised beds across the back.
Is that what those are?
Yeah, those are 3.5 foot wide, and
well,
yeah,
property. We have.
I understand.
Okay.
But so you mentioned you use mushroom mulch.
Yes.
And because it's always a hot topic, the back to Eden style of gardening with wood chips and stuff. Have you ever done that, or?
I've never done it. I've researched it a little bit, but not too much. And I really don't know enough about it to talk about it, but it looks interesting. And I've seen how the gardens produce, and they do really well.
Yeah, they do.
But I've never done it. I've never.
So, from how much would you say you produce out of your garden as far as what I'm going to say offsets your buying? Is it 10%, 20%, 30%?
Oh my goodness. I would say about 50%.
50%. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We grow green beans year round, and I can them. We grow the peas, and I can the peas, but I usually don't have enough to can because of the kids. We grow corn, and I can the corn, make corn cob jelly. But I also, we have a lot of farmers around here, and local farmers market, they're all organic. So I buy corn by the hundreds when I buy corn and canned corn. But from our garden, I get, goodness, I think I canned 30, 35, maybe 40 pints of green beans just from my garden last year. So we get a lot.
Well,
and tomatoes.
And you said that the kids come and eat all your peas, but I guess I kind of got the impression that your kids were a little bit older, maybe not living with you, so they just come. Well,
my grandkids. My grandkids.
Your grandkids. Oh, we know how that goes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, yeah. We have some youngsters that just love going through the garden.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I have my grandkids every Thursday night. That's Nana night. So I get them when they're not in school. I get them all day, and then I get them all day on Friday. So when they go to school, I just get them in the afternoon on Thursday night, and then they stay the night. And we do all kinds of cool stuff with them, and they learn to can. And the two older ones are 9 and 10, and they could teach somebody to can strawberry jam or something like that. They do really well.
Good ages, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely. They have an interest. They're willing to learn. Want to participate. And,
yeah. Well, our two youngest, the granddaughters, are 9 and 12.
Yeah. So, absolutely wonderful. So, tell us a little bit about Diane. Let's talk about your background. You apparently have some music background.
I do. I've been a vocalist for a long time. For a professional vocalist for about 25 years, singing with different bands and things. And I've done some extra work in movies. Goodness, been a mobile DJ for about 25 years. I don't do that a whole lot. Mostly now for family and friends, so that's not a business anymore, but it was a business for me for 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, do a lot with music. Music is a huge part of my life. Huge part.
So what genre of music? Are you a rock person? Or are you country? Or?
I'm a country singer.
Okay.
Yes. I'm going to be recording a CD, mostly for family and friends, not to sell and put myself out there. But I'm going to be doing a CD of songs that I sing normally and just give it out to my family so that they have it.
Very
so
interesting.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, very interesting. So when you do something like that, and I'm a little curious, very naive on this particular topic, but you hire a studio band for background music, or do you sing to records, or do you have a whole group of people that you just engage and?
No, in the studio, it's going to be just the music, just the soundtrack, and I'll be singing to the soundtrack, and there'll be I don't know the right terminology for it. They do different tracks so that it comes out sounding really good.
Okay.
That studio sound. So I'm probably going to have a backup singer in there with me.
Okay.
So that.
Well, you have to do a video on this.
I know. I'll eventually get to it. I will. I have so many other things going on. But
they're asking you to sing, Diane.
Yeah. We've opened the door now, and people want you to sing.
Oh gosh, I can't sing right now, guys.
BC Truck's not even allowed to sing "Happy Birthday."
All right.
Well, we had Coco and Discovery call in last Monday, and they sang happy birthday to you.
Yes, they did.
Oh,
Yes, they
really?
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the first night you did the phone thing. Coco called and sang.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've had some singers on the show here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And you know, before the night's over, we may have her singing. We don't know yet.
That's right.
We shall see. We shall see. I've been doing a lot of talking today on the phone with everybody, and I got my glass of water here. My voice is a little bit raspy, but we'll see. We'll see.
So what about hobbies and crafts and things like that? You into any of that?
I do crafting, and I am part of a co-op. I own a craft store down in Midtown here in Ventura. So I co-own the store. So I'm very much into crafting. I make children's aprons, which you can probably see over my shoulder over here. I've got a rack, and there's 7 aprons up there. I just took them to the store, so there's not a whole lot. But I do those, and I do, I'm starting in quilting. I do a lot of sewing. I sew clothes for my granddaughters. Gosh, I do a lot of crafting. I do wooden crafting. I had a craft store back in 93. Yeah, 93 to about 98, I guess.
Wow.
Craft mall, when all the craft malls were really popular back then. So I had mine was a craft mall and an antique store and a plant store. So I had antiques mixed in and then plants hanging everywhere. It was really pretty. It was really, I loved that store.
Oh, that would be right up my sister's alley.
Yeah.
My mother was into collecting antiques, and Mom had a green thumb. I never saw a dead plant in her house or in the garden. And my sister, who lives out there in San Juan Capistrano, is the same way. She has Mom's green thumb, and my brother did also. Mm-hmm.
So what are your plans for this year? Are you going to try anything new gardening wise? Are you going to expand on your cooking videos and recipes, or what's on the agenda?
I actually am. I've been purchasing some new equipment for the kitchen. I'm going to be adding food saver videos, how to food save food for your freezer, how to, I do a lot of dehydrating. So I'm getting a new dehydrator, and I'm going to be teaching how to dehydrate and store it in your jar using your food saver and taking all the air out so it's vacuum sealed. I just got one of those copper skillets that everybody was raving about, and I absolutely love it. So I haven't done any videos with that yet, but that I'm going to be doing some cooking videos with that. Let's see. The Instapot. I'm purchasing an Instapot, so I am expanding a lot on the cooking as well as the canning videos. I'll be doing a little bit of everything, but still sticking to the canning as the main thing, and the gardening. Those are my 2 favorite things.
Well, you failed to mention one thing that gets a big workout in our kitchen, and that's an air fryer.
Oh, I don't have that one yet.
I love it. I just love it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't cooked in oil. We purchased it, I think, in April or March at Sam's Club. I haven't fried anything. I do fish in there. I've done baked potatoes. One day when my granddaughters were here, we made a cake. I do my chicken in there, pork chop, steak, you name it. You can do it.
Wow.
So,
that sounds really good. That's why I want the Instapot. Everybody is telling me how great the Instapot is and how many different things it does. Makes yogurt, and I like to do that. So I'm going to try it, and once I figure it out really well, I'll start doing videos with that.
Real good. Just checking the chat here real quick. Looks like air fryers on a bucket list on a couple people here. So
air fryers and the Instapots.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to get my Instapot. I'm just debating if I want the Instapot or a different brand. But so far I'm edging a little bit more to the real Instapot because of the stainless steel insert. I like that a lot better than the like the Teflon inserts. But you can only get that in an 8-quart, and I'm not sure if I want an 8-quart or a 10-quart for the things that I do, because I can cook in the Instapot and then I can what I cook. So that'll be like a combination of videos.
Now, the Instapot will do hot water bath canning, correct?
Well, it will do.
Yeah.
It will do hot water bath canning, yes, and
very,
some
very
of the
small batches, yeah.
Yeah, some of the pressure cookers out there, the 7-in-1s, the Instapots, the Power XL, and everything, they're being advertised as pressure canners also.
Right.
But the temperature, I wouldn't pressure can with them personally. I don't feel like the pressure inside of the jars is getting hot enough. There's no way to tell. There's no weight on the top. There's no. It's different than a pressure canner. So they're touting it, and advertising it as a pressure canner, but I would be really leery to use it as a pressure canner, and they're not big enough to really do anything anyway.
Yeah, you can only do like so many pints and maybe three quarts, if 4, if that. It's like it's not worth it.
Yeah,
not for that.
Yeah,
we have a visitor on the monitor.
Oh, I see that.
Stupid potato bugs, stink bugs. Sandy Farrell's asking if you are safe from the mudslides.
I am. I'm about 15 miles away from the mudslides. So we are safe from the mudslide. The fire was a different thing. We're only about a mile away from where the fire was. So we're about a mile away from the hills, and that's what it was all on fire right there.
Yeah,
so,
you put up a couple videos of the aftermath of that.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Yeah.
I didn't see any live flames or anything.
On the one that I took that night, it's a real dark video. I took it at night in the middle of our street, and you can see the flames in that video. And when we were out there, we heard the roaring of the fire. It was really, really scary.
Wow. No, I was going to say, if something like that ever happens again, you got to get right on top of it, get right in there with the firemen.
Well, I can remember years and years ago, maybe 40. My sister lived out there in California. Well, she does. They took us. This was right after, I guess, some rains or whatever, and there was mudslides. Linda, maybe you remember. It was where the mudslides were. It was like in a valley. I mean, everything. There was no houses or anything left. I just can't remember where it was. So maybe my sister can get that out of her memory bank.
Jog your memory here a little bit.
I mean, she is older than me, but maybe she can remember.
Okay.
Yeah, B-Lady's asking if all the fires are finally out.
The fire here, no, it's not completely out yet. It's 100% contained, but it's not extinguished. No, not yet.
There it is, Silverado Canyon. That was it.
So,
thank you, Linda.
The fires there, you say it's contained, but they don't have it out. Is there a reason? Because of terrain? Because of, why haven't they just gotten rid of it?
Yeah, it's deep in the mountains here where nobody lives, and they're just letting it go, but they've got it surrounded. So I believe it's almost out, but it's not completely out yet.
Okay, I know, just for example, in Pennsylvania and even southern Ohio, sometimes an old coal mine or something will catch on fire, and of course that's burning underground, so they can't get to it to get it out and stuff. Mm-hmm. Whereas and again, this is just a curiosity thing. So I see that old Alabama Gardener's in the room here.
Yes, he is.
And I'm sure he'll maybe quiz you on a couple of your plants or whatever. You didn't talk anything about any trees, as far as orange trees, lemon trees, lime trees, fig trees, anything like that?
Do I have them?
Yes.
Yes, I have a lemon tree and I have an orange tree. And we have avocados coming over our side of our wall, and so we have avocados too.
Okay, so your neighbors have the avocados, you just get the benefits.
Yes, exactly. And my neighbors get the benefit of my orange tree. So I'll have to videotape my orange tree. It's full of oranges. It's just full of oranges. I've got to figure out something to do other than orange curd, because I make orange curd with it, and I can oranges, but there's got to be 1,000 oranges on the tree. It's just full, really full.
Okay, well, I'm at 9:24 here, so let's go ahead and do a real quick trivia question. Then we'll come back and open up the phone lines, and anybody out there would like to talk directly to Diane, we can do that. She says she's ready and willing.
Okay,
so
there goes our trivia.
We'll get the trivia started here. Okay, very quickly, let me go over our very simple rules. You can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it is received and recorded on the live stream here. So as you see it rebroadcasting on the stream, that's the official order that things are received. And please, if you are the winner, you must send us an email with your address. We ask that you do that within 48 hours. Just send it to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. And that way, we can send you a $2 bill. So, moving right along with question number 1. What person got Diane started in canning?
I know some of my regulars know this.
Grandmother is not correct. Homestead Tessie is not correct. What person got Diane started in canning?
Nope, Angie.
Aunt is not correct. Sister is not correct. Old Alabama Gardener, I'm sorry, you were not the one that got her started in canning.
That was good. That was good.
Grandmother is not correct.
Nope.
Linda's Pantry is not correct. Daughter is not correct.
You guys are getting closer now.
Yeah, there was one that was very close.
Husband? Nope. Sister? Nope.
Nope, not Deep South. There we go. Second cousin twice removed.
Best girlfriend, Wolfie, no. Sister, no. Father. Father?
There.
Father.
There we go. Yep.
Oh, yes, it was. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about
Old Alabama Gardener.
Yeah.
Yep, very good.
Old Alabama Gardener. So Charles, I'm not sure we have your mailing address, so send us an email with your mailing address, and we'll get you out a $2 bill. So we'll slide this on over, and the phone line is open, folks. We can only take one call at a time, and if somebody is on the phone, no other calls will be answered until they are off the phone. So if you'd like to call in, The number is on the screen, 419-528-8494. Questions for Diane, questions for us, anything you want within reason that you want to talk about.
They're all congratulating.
Yeah.
MIgardener.
Congratulations. I know it's an odd person to get somebody started in canning.
All right, we have a call. Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Congratulations. I know it's an odd person to get some.
Hello? Hello?
There we
Hello,
go.
Charles, I hear you.
Okay, yeah. Hey, okay, so can Diane hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So you were talking about what I would consider to be tropical trees, oranges and avocados. So where are you, about where are you located?
I'm in Ventura, California.
And where?
Ventura, just south of Santa Barbara in California.
Oh, okay, California.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that explains why you can grow all those wonderful trees.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So what other kind of gardening are you doing?
Oh gosh, I can grow pretty much the same garden year round. I have tomatoes out there right now. I've got peas, radishes, bell peppers, jalapeno peppers, strawberries are growing. Green beans are coming up good. I can grow anything. Carrots we have in there.
Wow,
beets,
that's wonderful.
radishes.
I guess I better sell out here and move over where you are because it's warmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Charles, she said that she lives in an area that has like its own little microclimate, and it allows her to grow year round.
Oh, that's wonderful. Because there's nothing better than fresh vegetables.
No, I agree. I agree.
Well, and Charles,
I'm talking about nothing better for tasting, eating, and nothing better than for your health too.
Charles, her garden is really not very big. They live in town, lives on a city lot, and her garden area is roughly, if I remember correctly here, 4 foot by 40.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good sized plot, though.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm thinking what I have in the backyard here and what most have, but we have to cram our growing into a much shorter time frame. And she just
well, with planning and rotational planning of things, you can really grow a lot of stuff in a relatively small space.
Yes, you can. You can.
What kind of do you do it organic, or how do you do that?
I do. No pesticides, all organic.
Okay, it's all organic. What kind of fertilizer are you using then if it's all organic?
We have mushroom mulch in there, and then we amend it with soil that we buy from the store that has all the different nutrients and everything like Miracle Grow. We'll mix some of that in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What kind of pests do you have to deal with in your garden?
You know, it's really funny. The last couple of years, we haven't had any cabbage bugs or tomato worms or anything like that. And these are the only 2 years since I'm here that I have not had to deal with that. Usually they're covered and I go out there and pick them off one by one and feed them to my lizard that we have here. But I found last year
no chickens. I go feed my lizard.
Lizards.
Yeah, the lizard eats well when there's little bugs on the plants.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it seems I have the same experience. It seems like things are evolving, and I have some thinking about why it is. But things are evolving, and pests that used to be real common, just even a short, like 5 years ago, you don't see much anymore. And so, you know, it brings up the question, well, okay, what's happening?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. There has been a big change.
Yeah, and personally, I think it's the GMO grains, the GMO crops, because the GMO crops are designed to kill the pests that normally attack them, and so those pests then, that gets out into the rest of the world too.
Yeah. Yeah, I have more problem with mildew on my my sugar snap pea plants in the summer because they get warm and they start mildewing. In the winter, they don't do that. But I have more problems with mildew than I do with pests in the garden.
Okay. So if your father was the one that kindly introduced you into canning, tell us about it a little bit. Did he grow a garden? Did he can? What?
We always had a garden when I was growing up. My mom did not can, but her grandmother did. And my dad's mom, my other grandmother, canned when he was little. So, and we used to do all kinds of projects together and stuff. But one day we got a bunch of peaches. They had a peach tree in their backyard, and he wanted to preserve the peaches. And he remembered doing that with his mom. So he taught me how to can peaches, and we canned peaches and made peach jam. Now, that was the first thing that I ever made, and I was about 19 years old. So
that's
that
wonderful.
got me.
Yeah, and my mother was a big canner too, and making jellies and jams and everything. And so as I was growing up, I was heavily involved in all of that with her. So that's where I learned the most of my basic stuff about canning.
Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much self-taught like the pressure canning. The jams and jellies I've been doing for 30 years, I guess. But the pressure canning with the meats and the vegetables, and I can my own spaghetti sauce, I've only been doing that for about 12 years. So, and I research what I do and, make sure I'm doing it correctly for the correct time and the correct temperature and the weight and everything. And so, yeah, it's became one of my hobbies. And now we have a working pantry that we use. I can a lot of our chicken, and I'm starting to can more meats and pretty much all of our vegetables. I don't buy canned vegetables at the store.
Okay, so you do can meat?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and I do too. And it's just as easy to can meat as it is vegetables. Just, you just have to do things a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Yes.
All right, I shall get off and give somebody else this opportunity to talk to you. I enjoyed chatting with you, and I'll watch the rest of your show here. And thanks for being on. We're just happy to be among people who like to garden and do YouTubes and upload videos.
Thank you.
Charles, are you going to the meetup in March in Mississippi?
No.
Bummer.
No, I'm busy. Busy with some other things. I am going to the one in Tennessee in May.
Okay, the Appalachian. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I will be presenting a class at the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference in Cookville, Tennessee.
Cool.
Good deal.
Yes.
Ooh, that's good.
That's where we met you last year.
All right.
All right.
Awesome.
Bye-bye, Diane.
Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. I am curious about your lizard. Do you have just one, or do you have a flock, or what? Do you call them a flocks or herds, or?
Yeah, only one. Only one. It's an alligator lizard my husband caught, and we've had him for a few years.
Okay, so do you have a leash and a collar for him and walk him around, or what?
No. He's just a little one.
All right,
He's about
another call
8 inches long.
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hi, yeah, it's Browncoat Homestead. Steven.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good.
Okay, I think Diane can hear you just fine.
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, I'm glad to get on. I heard that you were going to be on the channel for interviews, so I've been watching some of your older shows and enjoying them immensely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
And I'm going to try myself on the. I just got myself a dehydrator, and the idea of making my own spices and seasonings sounds like fun.
Oh, it is fun, and it's very addicting.
Oh yeah.
So it's very addicting.
You know you've gone. Yeah, you know you've gone.
Do you think you're going to be doing any other different type of trees, like nuts or bananas or pineapple?
We can grow pineapple here. I have not tried. Nuts, I'm not going to grow any, but I'm going to be making peanut butter out of peanuts that I buy. We've grown peanuts here, but not enough to make peanut butter out of, just a couple handfuls. But no, I don't have any nut trees or anything like that. We can grow them here, but we don't have any here.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're doing good considering the fires and all that there. I'm enjoying the interview and enjoying all your stuff you have.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Well, you have a great day, and I'll continue to enjoy the interview, and glad I could talk.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and thank you for calling.
Have a great night.
Brown Coat Homestead, thank you for calling.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye. Okay, folks, the phone line is open if you have any questions. Let's see, we were talking about a lizard that doesn't have a collar.
Yep. Okay, now I understand why Noah's Ark asked that. Oh, Lord. Huh. My mind went down the gutter really fast.
I apparently didn't see any of that.
You don't need to.
I don't need to see any of that.
You don't need to go back.
All right. So
Angie wants to know if you grow olive trees.
I do not grow olive trees, but my daughter up near Sacramento has olive trees. And when they're ripe, I'm going to be getting her olives probably this year. And I'm going to make olives. I'm gonna can olives. I'm gonna try. I don't know the whole process yet, but I'm going to learn. That's something that I want to do, because she doesn't use her olives. They all fall to the ground and they get wasted. So I'm going to take them this year.
Very interesting. I guess I wasn't sure if they grew on a tree or on a bush.
Olives are on a tree. Trust me.
On a tree.
And I don't know if Linda's still on here, but the kibbutz that Linda's husband grew up in, that's what they had thousands of olive trees.
Ah.
Yeah, Israel's known.
Yeah, there are a lot of olive trees out here. There's a lot of banana trees out here. Believe it or not, we can grow bananas here.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, with the weather that you have, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have a whole little banana farm on the way up, like where the mudslide was, just before that. There used to be a whole little banana farm up there.
Wow.
We just have the right microclimate for certain things. So
if you had more property, do you think you would expand some into animals besides lizards?
If I had more property, I would have a whole bigger garden for one. Yes, I want chickens, and we can't have chickens where we are, but that's one thing that I would really like. And a goat for goat milk. I would like that.
You can have a lizard, but no chickens.
I can't have chickens, no.
Well, I think the lizard isn't as conspicuous as chickens are.
Yeah. There are people in my neighborhood that have chickens. We're not supposed to have them, so I can't have them. But
B Lady is asking. She says Diane has everything. What do they have to go to the produce market for?
Things that I don't grow. One of the biggest things for produce, I think, is bananas that I go through a lot. We don't have a banana tree here. And when I have the grandkids, they can't get enough of bananas. So yeah, bananas. They like tangerines. So we buy tangerines. I buy broccoli because I don't grow broccoli usually. It's a winter crop here. And that is one thing that I get little bugs on, although the last couple of years I haven't had that problem either. But we grow broccoli, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts we can grow here. So yeah, I don't get a whole lot of produce, fruits, apples, and things like that I don't grow.
No, Noah's Ark, it's not that I like lizards. I don't know we've ever had a guest that had a lizard before, so just something new.
No Noah's Ark. No lizards here.
Yeah, no lizards here. No.
If the cats didn't get it, the dogs might. They'd use it as a toy.
And I did see Charles went by and asked, how about rabbits?
We don't have rabbits. There are a lot of people that have rabbits here, though, as pets, not to eat rabbits. They're pet rabbits.
They're pet rabbits, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and we have the bee lady in here, so
yes, we do.
That just leads up to the question, how about bees or something like that? Or have you ever thought about it?
I'm allergic to bees, so that's not something that I will be doing.
That would do it.
That's a good reason to have them, I guess.
Yeah, when the bees, in the summertime, the bees are in my garden at about 9 o'clock in the morning every day. So I get out to the garden as early as I can and water the garden, pick whatever I need to pick. And then I let the bees go to work and I leave them to their job. And then I go out there after they go in. So I'm not in the garden when the bees are out there. Love the bees, but I can't get real close to them because I wound up in the hospital. So we don't want that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you're going to be getting a new dehydrator. Do you have one picked out, or?
I would like the Excalibur, and that's probably the one that I'm going to go with. But I'm comparing. There's a lot of other ones on the market that are a little bit less that seem to do the same thing. I'm looking at one of the brands. I forget the name of it, but it has stainless steel trays and a glass door, and that's extra with the Excalibur. So. And it's about $60 less. So I haven't done enough research, but that is definitely something that I'm going to be getting. That and a new pressure canner, because I only have one, and I need two for everything that I can. Well, I need to have two going.
I have two now, but the one is still in the box. I can't carry it. I can't carry it without water. There's no way in God's green earth I'm going to be able to do it with water.
Is it an American that you have?
It is the biggest All-American.
Yeah. Yes, and that's what I want. And that's my problem too, is I won't be able to lift it up there, right, especially with water in it. Yeah, I'm scared of that one. Yeah. I want it though. That's the one I want. I
have to pressure can out on the front porch because I have a glass top stove, and I'm not going to. We paid too much money for that 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to take the chance. But
they're expensive.
Yeah, they are. Well, we just happened to be there. It was the weekend that Doug and Stacy were there.
This is at Layman's.
At Layman's in outside of Orville, and they were on sale. And I didn't even know that he did it until he did it. That he bought it. But 3 years ago, we were going to Louisville, Kentucky, and I found one on Craigslist. So I was chatting with the guy, and he told me $50, and he gave me the size, said he only used it last year for a few times. Said, okay. Well, we tried to track him down, and he thought we were coming from Lexington, Kentucky, instead of Lexington, Ohio. So by the time we found him, he gave it to me for $40. That was a steal.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that was a steal.
What a deal.
And the first time I used it, I stood behind Daryl. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He was insured at the time, so,
Yeah, I was still working then.
He was still working. Yeah, they still wanted him there.
Wow.
But well, no, you have 2 All-Americans, and you have the what's that other one?
Is it a Presto?
Is it a Presto or Mira? Or
Mira.
Mira.
Yeah.
Can or so.
Yeah, I think I got that
Yeah,
from Nancy.
That's what I use as a Miro right now. And I've used it for 12 years. That's what I've had.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them.
No.
The All-American it gives you this sense that there's really something important inside that, with all the little screw things around the lids, and it's like, this is, it's just impressive to look at. Makes people wonder what you're doing.
Oh, they're nice.
Okay, the phone line is open, folks, if anybody wants to call in.
It is 10 till 9, and we should probably do the trivia.
We can do the other trivia question
before you open the lines.
Okay, we'll do that. So we'll do the trivia, another trivia question. We'll get it out of the way here. Okay, let me go over the rules here real quick. Boy, we can say we've done it every time. Simple rules: you can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it is received and recorded on the stream here. And if you are the winner, please send us an email with your mailing address within 48 hours so we can send you in the mail a $2 bill. Now, before I bring this question up, I need to just double check something here because I neglected to write it down. I want to make sure that I have everything correct. All right, this next question is going to be one that you're all going to might as well just open up a new window on your browser, because you're going to want to go doing some searching. So everybody's got a pretty decent chance at this. And so here comes the question. What was the name and date of Diane's first video? What was the name of the video, and what was the date of Diane's first video posted on YouTube?
Let's see who can type the fastest and look that up.
It used to be when it got quiet, you could tell people was going out and opening up new tabs, trying to figure out what the answer was. Oh, that's cute, the lady. The day after Noah landed, I thought it was an ark. Did they land them?
Yeah, when they go from water onto land.
They named the ark. Thank God we are alive.
First garden tour. 6 months ago is not a good enough date, sir.
Quick, go check. Oy. That was. Oh. Just gonna sit here, Noah, and shake my head. the ship that Daryl and our son-in-law is building for our grandson, that could pass for a Noah's Ark instead of a pirate ship.
Yeah, Brownstead Homestead had it half right.
There we go.
July 12th, 2017. You are a winner. Brown Coat Homestead.
Winner, chicken dinner. Woohoo!
Very good.
Sandy was very close. Sandy would have been second runner-up. Okay. Mr. Browncoat, send us an email with your name and your address, and we'll get that freshly printed $2 bill out for you.
All right. So we'll open the phone line back up. And if anybody's got any questions, wants to ask her about anything, I see TJ's Woodworking Shop is in the house. Nice to see you. We're having discussion about lizards and other assorted animals. Oh, and I want to make sure all of our mods in the room here, thank you so much. You guys do a wonderful job.
Yes, please put your links up. And I'm going through, you see my head and my eyes down on my keyboard, not up looking here. I'm going through and grabbing just random folks here and checking out their channels. And if you are under 1,000, I am putting your link up. We are definitely not a sub for sub group.
Yeah.
But these people have been doing this for quite a while. I mean, even like Diane, it's a job to do these videos and edit them and upload.
Yeah.
And yeah. So,
yes.
You know, we're just giving everybody a fair chance.
Yeah, we know that YouTube has changed their rules again, and so any of you folks that visit us regularly and what have you, if Sherry can find you, she'll put your link up, and we'll do our part to help promote you and get your channels up. We have a new channel in here, a dairy farmer.
It's Sylvie. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the link I just put up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's okay, B lady. Yeah, she can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just put that link up if you all want to check her out. Also, for those folks, if you have 1,500 subs and under, if you're on Facebook, we do have a group over there, Small YouTube Homesteaders. And I'm one of the mods, so lately I've been doing all the approving of who wants to come in. So feel free, come on over, and I think we have a nice little community over there.
It's a neat group. I like that. It's
Diane,
a neat group.
Diane, tell us why you started doing videos on YouTube. Why did you become a crazy person like the rest of us?
To give, my kids don't what I do. They all pass the recipe. And I made them recipe books, both of my older girls, and they both lost them. So now I'm trying to go through and do videos of all of the recipes that I used to do when they were growing up. And this way they have them for their posterity, you know, and to go on. And that's what got me started is I get asked a lot to teach canning. And I've got a galley kitchen, a very long galley kitchen. And I can't fit more than one other person in there comfortably while we're canning. So I can only teach one-on-one. And this is a really good way to be able to teach more than one person at a time. It's given me a good opportunity. I never thought my channel would grow this fast. I thought maybe I'd get 100 people, you know, people that I know that want to learn canning, that were bugging me for lessons, and I just didn't have the time. So now I could do one video and reach what I thought was going to be about 100 people, and I'm over 1,200 people now. So it's been a huge blessing. And it's been really fun. I love doing it.
Okay.
It's really fun.
All right, I'm just watching some
Yeah,
of the.
I'd like to do something like that out in the garden, and I agree with you on doing it in the house also with the canning. I don't know if my kitchen is feasible for doing that, but I think it would be great in the spring, summer, and fall to have kids come over that don't have access to a garden or to anyone that can teach them, you know, a dying, you know, art. Being
It is
self-sustaining and being able to grow your own vegetables and bring them in and not only eat them that night, but, you know, dehydrate, freeze, can, whatever, and have them shelf stable. 2 years later, you can go back. I just did this last weekend. We redid the pantry, and all the canned goods were taken off the shelves. So I have a mess. One of those jars was brownies from 2 years ago. And our daughter-in-law said, "Are those good?" "Yeah, nothing wrong with them." So I opened up the lid and took a bite and said, "It's fine." So she tried it. Well, her 19-month-old son grabbed it. And he sat there and ate most of it. And then his sisters came over. So that's what we made. I taught her how to can cakes and brownies. So, yeah, I would love to do that. I wouldn't know how to go around and get it started. But I think that would be an awesome nonprofit thing. Okay, I'll go back into lurking mode.
Back into lurking mode,
Yeah.
huh? Okay. All right. Well, and for those of you still in here in the room, Diane's about to be another
A Nana.
A new again Nana, yeah.
A Nana 5 times over.
5 times over.
Yep. Number 5.
And we had to pay big money to make sure that the little one didn't arrive tonight.
Yeah, we told that doctor, hold off. Gotta wait till after 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, don't call during the show where she just disappears while we're doing the trivia game.
I was on the phone with her right before we went on and checked and made sure that she was okay, no contractions. She's doing good, so she can go into labor anytime after this.
All right. So we've got just a little bit over an hour in the chat here, and if everybody's good with it, we'll keep it up here a little bit more. The phone line is open. We'll go another 15-20 minutes, see how people are reacting and what's going on. And so if you've got any questions, if you've been holding back, now's your time to call or type them in the chat window. If you would, any questions, type them in all caps.
Sure.
You saw that, huh? You're not supposed to have your screen up.
I saw that.
As soon as you started chuckling, I know what you read. Okay, I'll go back to looking at everybody's channel here.
Okay. So we've talked a bit about to the point where you're at, where you have arrived now at this point. You know, your kids are grown and gone. You got grandkids coming over and doing things like that. But I have the feeling, and I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth here, but you certainly do.
It's okay, it won't be the first time, honey.
You certainly don't look like you would be of the retirement age.
Nope,
just because she's a Nana doesn't mean she has to be retirement age.
I understand that.
I was a Nana when I was in my 20s.
I know. I was trying so careful.
Does anybody have a shovel?
I was just trying so careful not to bury myself here. So, what? We know you were a singing star and a
Right.
DJ for years and years. What does your husband do?
He works for the school district.
Works for the school district. Okay. So is he looking at many, many more years, or are you guys starting to plan on maybe doing some retirement? And,
We have about 13 years to go, I guess. We have a while.
You're just kids. You're just kids.
I'm just 52.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a kid.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it's the kid.
I'm just thinking how old
I don't feel
Michael is.
How old who?
I was just thinking how old Michael is.
Michael's in his 40s.
Yeah, but on the high side of the 40s.
Yeah, 47, I think.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, bee lady. Retired.
Oh, and Coco says that lizards are good diggers.
Oh my gosh.
That was good. Touche, Coco, touche.
Oh my. All right. So anyway, I guess I was going to ask them if they were going to do some traveling or anything like that, but they're just kids. They still got to work.
We are actually. We're planning to go to Mexico this year. We have some time here, so we Cancun and Tacoma. I want to go to Hawaii, and if I can talk my husband into it, go to Italy, where my family's from, and then go to Scotland, where his family's from.
Oh,
I'd really like to do that.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we do a lot of traveling.
we did a fair amount of traveling last year, and we're going to probably be doing more this year, where we're going to some of the homesteading conferences and maybe make a Mother Earth News Fair or something like that. You're not so much in the homesteading genre.
Not well. I consider myself an urban homesteader,
Okay.
but there's no groups out here really, and there's no conferences out here in California on the West Coast that I know of yet. I've heard that there's supposed to be coming out here, but none yet.
Get one together. It doesn't have to be a conference.
I know.
Meet up at a park or something and put it out to people. That's what last year. That's what Big Family Homestead did. They have a huge channel, but they just put the word out that we're having a meetup.
Yeah, they did a conjunction with Will, and
there was
well over 100 people.
They had well over 100 people there.
Yeah, I saw that video. It looked really cool.
Yeah,
I know all of you guys are either Midwest or on the East Coast that I know.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of Californians yet here. I'm starting to meet different people from California and close to me that I've never met any in person yet. I would love to get a group together of other California just YouTubers and get together to meet.
I think Maria's in outside of LA.
SOL Maria is
she's a California girl.
Yeah, she very much wants to be a homesteader.
That's right. That's right, Angie. The Pratt family with their hootenanny.
I see. There you go, Vicki.
Did I say that right, Coco?
I don't think you're very far from my daughter's in Sacramento, so I could do that drive. I don't think you're very far from that.
The raccoon said he is not wearing shorts this time.
I told the raccoon he's not wearing shorts this time. Oh, there's sis, I'm not sure how many people understand what you're talking about.
Angie, I'm trying to get Country Girl out here. She was supposed to come out here for either Christmas or New Year's, and then that got postponed. So I am working on Country Girl. We're going to get her out here.
No, Bee Lady, my grandson is the raccoon. That's not me. My grandson.
Oh, Saber?
Yeah.
Yeah, Saber prefers the raccoon head.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be 4 next month.
Yeah.
And last time they were here, he put that raccoon head on, and he was off and running. Yeah. That was it. No, Coco.
She's just not right. She's just not right.
We knew this.
Okay, the collab link isn't working. She's telling that to Coco. All right. Anybody have any questions for Diane? It's your chance to find out what it's like to live in a place where you can grow year round, has its own little microclimate, always 60, 70 degrees. That's just crazy.
Well, the earth shakes. And
yeah, what about earthquakes and stuff?
When it rains, the ground tends to slide down mountains and hills.
Yeah. We have earthquakes. I actually track earthquakes. I have earthquake apps and track earthquakes. I keep watch where they're hitting and when they're hitting, what the magnitude is.
Wow. Well,
and have a, you know, we're prepared. We've got food, and you know, so we're good with water and food and everything if an earthquake hits.
20 plus years ago, my mom and my oldest son were out visiting my sister. And apparently it was very, very early morning. There was a huge earthquake. And
the Northridge quake.
That could have been it. Could have been it. And she took a picture, not of my mom leaving the house, but my son. He was out of there. Yeah. I mean, we live in Ohio. We don't, snow and rain, but not earthquakes. And he still has a T-shirt. He was 8 or 9, I think. And he still has the T-shirt that he lived through the whatever it was.
Yeah. I lived in the high desert when that one hit, about 60 miles outside of the San Fernando Valley, up north, and we felt that very, very badly up there, very badly. I've felt every major earthquake in California since 1971, since the Silmar earthquake in 1971.
That's the year I graduated.
That was my first.
And I want to say hello to Beth Mitchell. I saw she said hello coming into the room, and I didn't recognize the name.
Okay, Crazy Days, you asked for it.
All right.
How cute.
That's how he walked into the meetup in Mississippi in the fall.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I had shorts on.
Yeah, you had shorts on, and that's what gave you away. Danny and Wanda didn't know who in the heck we were. And finally, Danny looked down, and here he is in shorts. And he goes, I know who this is. And Wanda didn't know who I was. And B-Lady didn't know who I was. She says, I know who you are. So I turned around with my rabbit head, and I said, who am I? I don't know.
Yeah, there's so many people that I would love to meet. I'm just going to have to fly out to you guys, I think, these days and catch one of your meetups.
Oh, Bandana's slacking as a mod tonight.
She's doing mittens. I know that's what she's sewing.
Well, that's okay. She helps us out frequently.
It sure does.
All right. So, Diane, you also do some live shows, some live streaming.
Yes, not in a little while because I'm having trouble with my camera. But yeah, I've started to do some, and I plan on doing some more.
Okay, are you planning on
some cooking ones?
Are you planning on a weekly basis type thing?
I would like to. Yes, that is my plan.
Okay, Monday nights are forbidden, you know.
Yes, I know. Everybody's told me what nights I can have it on, and what times and everything.
Do you have Facebook, Diane? You have Facebook, don't you?
I have a phone call.
I do.
Because there's a link that Kitty puts up that has a majority.
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
And what time?
Okay.
This is Jedediah's wife. How are you?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Hey, I said, this is Jedediah's wife. How are you?
I'm just fine. And I'm sorry, I was not able to for some reason it didn't come through very clearly. Could you just repeat that, please?
I am Jedediah's wife.
Jedediah's wife. Wait a minute. Is Jedediah in the room?
No. Well, it could be.
Well, yeah, but he's asleep.
Yeah, again, he's asleep.
He's asleep again?
Do you know who it is yet?
Sure, it's Wanda.
He's old.
Yes. It'd be
Those baby goats wear him out.
it'd be the queen.
They do.
No, it would be the king.
You know,
No.
he came in telling you that he caught a coon on the game camera. Are you stalking me still?
I like that. He'll never live that down, Wanda. Never.
I just wanted to give you guys a hard time.
Well, you know that we always give it back.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you don't know what we have planned for March.
Okay, and I see Diane's got this little quizzical look, but this is Wanda of Deep South Homestead.
Yeah, Noah said Josiah's wife.
Okay. Okay.
So I think now that she's put it together, she's okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Coco scratched his raccoon head. You're right.
You better believe it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to tell you guys thank you, and we will see y'all on March the 11th.
Yep.
And
sure
anybody that wants to come, I just wanted to harass the raccoon just a little bit.
Hey, you go for it. You know.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we're coming to your place or the hotel first when we get into town, so we'll find out.
Okay. All right, well, we'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna let you go. I'm trying to edit a video and what y'all do. I'm multitasking tonight.
There you go.
Well, I do know that we are bringing Michael and Tara to the meetup.
Oh, okay. Y'all are picking them up from Tommy's?
I think Tommy bringing them Saturday. All I know is we were asked if we could take them Sunday to the meetup, so I don't know what other plans they have.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
I'm trying to keep up with it, but I have no clue. I'm just here providing a place.
Well, you got to wrap your arms around this.
What was it that Rusty called them instead of Woodstock? It was Southern Homestead stock or something like that instead of Woodstock. Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah, he gave it a different name today. Yeah. I don't remember.
It's gone way beyond just a meetup.
So, yeah, actually, Diane, we've got a girl from California that's gonna be at that meetup. JM at the Nut House.
Yes, ma'am, sir.
And
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with her or not, but
I don't think so.
she doesn't have a lot of content, but she's been a moderator and in a lot of channels, and it was very active in a lot of the homesteading channels.
Oh, okay.
So,
And I just found out about 2 weeks ago that JM lives in the same city as my niece.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Oh,
All right. So Wanda, thank you for calling. Appreciate it. And you tell
all right, guys.
You tell
See you guys later.
You tell Jedediah he's had enough rest.
He's going to sleep till morning.
Just cover him up and pat his head. He'll be fine.
All right.
That's it. Talk to y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later.
Okay.
Yeah, B-Lady says, I think everyone on YouTube around the world is going nuts, streaming and subbing. Yeah. They
are.
Sure are. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting. I've been waiting for monetization since Thanksgiving. I had made the requirements, and then they go and change it, and now I need 1,200 more hours. It's like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, we were really close last year when they changed it.
Yeah.
It just sort of went, fizzled out.
Set us back a couple months.
Yeah, it's going to set me back too.
Okay. Anybody else want to call? Any other questions? We're checking the time here. 1:20 a.m. We're out. All of our trivia's been done, and we've learned a lot of stuff. Diane, any words of wisdom for everybody?
Oh gosh. if you can possibly can your food, try it. Don't be scared to do it. Learn from the Ball Canning book, learn from other canners. Know what goes into your food. That's one of the main reasons that I started canning all of our vegetables and meats and things like that, because I want to know what's going into my food, where it comes from, and what's going into it. So, and it's a lost art. And if you have children, teach them gardening, and teach them to can, and teach them to dehydrate and preserve food, because they're going to need it. It's a skill that's it was dying out. It's really coming back now, and I'm so happy about that. Because when I started canning again 12 years ago, when I started with the pressure canner, there weren't very many people doing it, and now it just seems like it's all over, and it's a new wave of canning, and yet people are going back to what things used to be, the more simpler times. And canning's not simple, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Well, Diane, I certainly agree with you, Diane, but on the flip side of that, while we are creators on YouTube, we have immersed ourselves in with like-minded people. So I just wonder if because we've done that, it just seems like there's so many more. I find myself wondering, driving up and down the street, do those people can? Do these people can? They've got a little garden. What do they do? And I find myself wondering that. I mean, there's more. Well, there's more houses in this neighborhood without a garden than there are with.
Here in California, because we've had a drought for the last 5 years or so, we had to cut back on our water use. So our lawns were dead. Everybody's lawns were dead for a long time. For a couple of years, people were replacing their lawns with the fake grass. And now what you see them doing is they're taking out their front yard, and they're making their front yard into gardens. So, and what a great way to garden, because you've got that whole area in your front yard that's just grass, and you put it to use and it works for you. Mm-hmm. And it produces, it's nice looking. There's a lot of families out here that have small front yards, but the whole front yard is square foot gardening. It's just, it's all garden. It's great. I love seeing that.
I don't know if you've noticed or not. We have 7D Farm has joined us in the chat here.
I just want to say something, because I know there's a lot that are still 1,000 and under subs, or even if you have 1,000 subs, you don't have the 4,000 hours. What I suggested, I think, was yesterday on the Facebook group that I'm in. If you can put all your videos in one playlist, and that way, if you put your link out for people to watch, go and watch, like binge watch a playlist, all you have to do is click on just one, and it'll run all the way through. You don't have to go back and check out other videos to keep doing it. It took me a while to get all of ours on one playlist, but I did it this afternoon. There's quite a few that have done it.
They already were.
Not all of them. Not all on one playlist.
Okay.
So I'll have to do that too.
Just an idea.
All right. So, I was starting to talk about 7D Farms. Thank you for stopping in. Diane, 7D Farms are, you talk about somebody that cooks.
Boy.
These folks are unbelievable.
I just subbed them.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, breads and...
The first time I watched one of her videos, she was making bread, and she has little tiny fingers. And I'm going and I'm thinking, this is a child doing this. I mean, Sherry, forgive me, but you do have small hands. And it blew me away when finally the video went up you could see her face. It's like, oh, well, it just blew me away. But she just has this wonderful counter to do her bread on. Oh yeah, I'm envious for that kitchen.
Well, and she makes some fantastic stuff.
Oh yeah, we definitely tried everything at the fall meet up in Mississippi. And I've already sent in an order for tea cakes.
Yeah, so that's.
I'm just sister, so I'm going to have to watch her videos now.
Yeah, she's got some real good, at least wise baking stuff. So, all right. Guess you didn't talk too much about baking. You.
I do a lot of baking too.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. In fact, that'll be some more videos coming up because I just bought a new baking set with cookie sheets and bread pans and brownie pans, all kinds of stuff.
Now you've got some collaborations coming up with some other channels too, don't you?
I do. I'm in a collaboration with Vicky's Country Home. That's in here.
Right.
But something came up when we started that, and I haven't gotten the Wonton Wednesday videos going. They're recorded, but they're not. I haven't edited them yet. I haven't had time. So my back went out, so I wasn't able to get it done when, in time for the first Wednesday. And now with the baby coming, I don't think I'm going to get it out this week either. But I do have wonton videos coming out. I've got 2 of them made. But yeah, I'm in a collaboration with them. I did a collaboration with Linda's Pantry, the Yeti Homesteader, Wilhelm's Kitchen, and a couple of other ones about what we like to can and what we don't like to can. And that collaboration went over really well. We got so many people watching those and lots of good comments. That was a really good collaboration.
What is Wonton Wednesday?
Wonton Wednesday, you make something using wonton skins or egg roll skins. And it doesn't have to be like your everyday wontons. You can get creative and join in the collaboration. And you can go to Vicky's Country Home, and she's got a playlist going of everybody's Wonton Wednesdays, and they look delicious. I've been watching the videos, just haven't gotten my own out there yet.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does.
I've never done anything like that.
Yeah, I made regular wontons. In fact, my granddaughters, the video that I have is my granddaughters helping me do that. So we made regular wontons for dinner one night here on a Nana night. And then we made cream cheese wontons as a dessert. So I've got 2 separate videos. I just have to edit them. So they'll eventually get out there.
Well, good evening, Grizz. I see you made it. Glad to see you in the room here. And we're not worried about kitties tonight. It's all about lizards.
Oh, I have kitties too. He can't come near them. I know how Chris is with kitties.
All right. And Bobby Sprinkle.
Hey, Bobby.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, Bobby.
All right.
Where do you get the wonton wrappers, Vicki? I mean, are they in the freezer section, refrigerator section? I've never...
They're in the refrigerated section of your grocery store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they might be in that Chinese little grocery store there at West Park.
Might be, yeah.
That would be a place to go look. Cool.
You can make your own too. They're not very hard to make, and you can find a recipe online. They're very easy. You just have to roll them very, very thin.
Okay.
They're not hard to make.
Well, I have a real good rolling pin to do that. I got the one that I acquired in the auction that Bet in the Farm made for me. Oh, Biddy Boo has the flu. Lord,
Well,
there's
and
so many that
I
has
think
it.
I saw Bet in the Farm in here earlier too.
Yeah, they had to leave.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, if anybody doesn't have any more questions,
Produce department. Powerade and Pringles. Well, that works for me. It just depends on what flavor Powerade.
okay.
Yeah, so do we, Brown Coat. We have an Asian grocery store. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
But I've never thought of looking in the produce department. Well, if you don't need them, you're not going to look for it.
I know we have Vons where we are, Vons Safeway,
Yes.
and even our Ralph's. I don't know what stores you guys have out there, but they're in either with the produce section or where the cold cuts are. They'll be somewhere around there. That's where they are here anyway.
I see Mapleberry Farms has made it. Looks like, well, she seems to think she's ridiculous. We're on the second shift right now, not a problem.
Really? Oh, okay, Terry, you get the orange. I like the pink. I get it and the grand girls steal it from me.
Okay, Browncoat Homestead is asking what channel has the wonton collaboration.
It's Vicky's Country Home. And she's in here. Vicky, post the link to your collaboration.
Yeah, Coco, that's what I'm thinking. Probably be in that section. Exactly what I was thinking.
Yep, they could be there too.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. I will get the link. Get that up. Okay. Did you notice we also had Aloha quails in here? I don't know if they're still here. She's from Hawaii.
Oh, okay. Mapleberry Farms, don't want to repeat questions that have been asked, but is asking Diane, do you can much meat? So I'll let you just expound on that.
Yes, I do. Mostly chicken. In fact, if I'm still here tomorrow and not running up to be with my daughter, I'm going to be getting about 20 pounds of chicken breast to can. It's on sale at the store right now for $1.33 a pound, which is the lowest I've seen it in years. So I just canned some chicken, but I'm going to be doing some more and then using the food saver to freeze some of it. I do beef. I've done pork. Haven't tried any fish yet or anything like that, but just beef, pork, and chicken. And their meat is so easy to can. One of the simplest things.
Well, tell us in 100 words or less how you do your canned chicken. I mean, do you pre-cook it?
Chicken, you can pre-cook it. You can chunk it and brown it, put it in a jar, and then put some chicken broth. Can it with chicken broth and can it that way. The way that I usually do it is I stick chicken. I chunk the chicken breast into maybe square sizes, maybe 2 by 2 inches, and I put them in the jars and put the lid on it. But if I want seasoning in it, I put the seasoning in, but put the lid on it and stick it in the pressure canner. And meats are 90 minutes for canning meat. And you don't have to put any water in your chicken, in your beef, or your pork because it makes its own broth while it's cooking. So, and it is delicious. It's really good. We love chicken because we make a lot of chicken sandwiches, but you can use the chicken for anything.
Okay.
Really good.
So she's doing the chicken, and we've got.
Chris is in here.
Well, yeah.
Did you see him?
Yes.
Yeah.
I told him we weren't caring about cats tonight. It was all about lizards.
Yeah. He would have loved that. Yeah, he came in and I told everybody hide the cats.
But wasn't it Mike last week? Part-time permies. He does the pasta, so now you could do a chicken casserole of some sort.
Good.
All right. Papa's Hobby Homestead.
Hey, North Carolina.
Yeah, got the country pretty well covered, all the way from Hawaii to the Atlantic Ocean.
Very cool.
Well, Who else was in here? We didn't have our Japanese friend in, did we? Lovely Kid Japan was not here tonight.
No, she wasn't in.
All right. Okay.
We can do that, Grizz. If anybody wants to be a guest on our live stream, just email us at twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com, and we'll email you back with a letter that we wrote up, and would love to have you.
Yeah.
So Mapleberry, email us.
And I don't know if Mapleberry asked a question earlier as it was flying through and I missed it, or you can bone in, you can make the best chicken and dumplings.
Very true.
Oh, I made chicken soup last year, and I canned that.
Yeah, I can that too. I do stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Here's Mapleberry Farmers. Question for you, Diane. We want to get into canning, and meat will be something we will probably can lots of. Thanks, much appreciated. Do you have some videos doing it?
I do. I have a couple of videos on canning chicken so far. I don't have meat work yet, but they're coming for this year. They're on my list for this year. But I do have a couple of chicken canning videos, yes.
And she's taking orders on new videos, so.
Yes. I always ask everybody what they want to see me can. Because it's not, I don't do this for just me. I do this to teach and to show you guys what you want to can, so, and learn. So if I can can something that somebody wants me to can, then I'll do that. I even can hot dogs.
I noticed that there was just like 1 month last year, whether it was in the fall or early winters, there was a lot of people talking about canning hot dogs. Wouldn't they turn mushy?
Oh my goodness, no. They taste like barbecued hot dogs. They're delicious.
Really?
They are so good. Yes. So very, very good.
So you can them in barbecue sauce?
No. You can them in you just put them in the can, in the jar, and I don't add anything to it. It makes its own juice. And when you take it out, it tastes like a barbecued hot dog, like it's been on the barbecue.
Wow.
It tastes very good, like a grilled hot dog. That's what it tastes like.
Really?
Tastes very good.
Now, is this the cheap packs? You know, the 98-cent packs?
You can do, yes, I've done that. I've done like the chicken and turkey franks.
Yeah.
And I've done the beef franks, and they come out the same. They're really good. Okay. And my grandkids usually don't like to eat the chicken and turkey franks. They kind of balk at that when we have hot dogs. They like the beef, but when they come out of the jar, they have no clue what they are, and they taste like beef hot dogs. They're very good.
Well, yeah, you know, some of those inexpensive hot dogs, I think they just want you to assume they have chicken and turkey in them.
Diane,
yeah.
you may want to look at Angie Pantry's question. I'll let you look at it because I'm not going to read it. Yeah.
No, Angie. They don't.
Old Alabama Gardener wants to know if you have a video on canning the hot dogs.
I don't yet, but that's in the works for this year too. Coming soon. And it's super easy. Oh, and sauerkraut. Somebody just mentioned sauerkraut. I make my own sauerkraut too. And that's super easy.
You guys are too distracting. I just sewed my cuff on my mitten upside down.
We are so sorry, Bandana. Oh, Lord. Powdered milk. My mother would make that. No way. I wouldn't touch that stuff. Can't tell me you didn't know the difference. That and okra.
I tried that on my kids once, and they didn't go for that.
Oh, ugh. I use it for baking. I use it for cooking.
Yeah, I do.
But
I do too.
Yeah, I won't give that to anybody to drink.
We got a couple jars of sauerkraut that's ready, I think. So.
Yeah, I want to take one of them out.
I love homemade sauerkraut. It is the best. That's something else that my oldest granddaughter, who's 10, she helps me do the sauerkraut. She basically does it by herself, but it's so simple.
Okay, Angie's Pantry is asking, how long do you pressure can the hot dogs for?
I would have to look at my book. I believe it's 75 minutes. It's either 55 minutes for pints. I believe it's 55 minutes for pints and 75 minutes for quarts. But I'd have to look to be sure. I would have to look to be sure. I think that's what it is, though.
Yeah, Biddy Boo says puts them in 1.5 jars and pressure cans for 90.
Yeah. 90 would be the same as quart jars. So, yeah, it's got to be, maybe it might be 75. Might be 75 for pints and 90 for quarts then. That sounds better. It sounds more like it would be a normal. Usually it's 75 and 90.
Well, my specialty is the dehydrated water.
We're laughing. Diane, you have no idea. Last April 1st, Danny from Deep South Homestead made a video on how he dehydrates water. I mean, deadpan. Yeah, deadpan. Had the pan there on the stove and his jars and just.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a riot. Not too long after that, they were our guests one night. Well, Daryl had a mason jar over here, like I think it was a quart, it was a pint mason jar.
Pint jars.
Yeah, and during the conversation, Daryl says, something like, "I'm thirsty" or something. Do you want anything to drink? And Danny says, "Yeah, I could use some water." So we had already figured this out. So Daryl took the jar and went towards the camera.
I had to fill it up.
Yeah,
I had to rehydrate it.
Yeah, and went towards the camera, and it looked like it was going out the side. And then the next thing you saw was Danny getting the jar of water on his side of the monitor. It was hysterical. We had one lady that was watching, and her husband was watching with her, and she said he believed that this could be done. She said she was hysterical.
Yeah, we just passed it through the monitor.
Yeah. You never know.
Brown Coat just asked about vacuum sealing jars, and I use the Food Saver brand vacuum sealer. I had just a basic one, and just yesterday I went out and bought the brand new one. I can't even tell you the model of it, but it's got all the bells and whistles on it. But I've got the jar attachments that you can buy separately to can the jars, and I do that for my dehydrated fruits and vegetables.
Oh yeah, those little attachments are awesome.
Oh yes,
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we happen to fall in because we have a Sam's Club. 3 years ago, they had a Food Saver on one of their monthly specials. So we grabbed it up, and it took me a while to use it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But
Mapleberry, the canned meat they can last up to, I would say, 5 years. Mm-hmm. Ours don't last that long in the house, but I would say up to about 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, Brown Coat. Yeah, ours is a Food Saver also. We got it at Sam's Club.
Yeah, I just got the big silver one.
Mm-hmm. That's what ours is.
Is it? Yeah. The automatic one.
Terry, are you asking how you get in on the giveaway? We haven't reached 2,000 subs yet, so it's not planned yet. I mean, it's planned, but can't do anything till we hit 2,000. But I have some decent goodies to give away. Heck, we did some decent goodies on the 1,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're
Yeah, Vicki, you're right. Some people saw it and
We're-
they believed it.
We are steadily growing at a snail's pace. Nothing fast, nothing
Right.
jumping, but we're steadily growing. And I'll tell you what, you folks that follow us here are just you're top notch. You're just great. Come in every week and say hello, and even if you can't stay long, we certainly appreciate it. We got some great moderators, and we just enjoy talking with all these channels every week. Speaking of channels every week, next week, folks, mark this down. MIgardener is going to be our guest.
Oh, wow.
So
Love it.
MIgardener is going to be our guest next week.
Oh yeah, can you imagine to have MIgardener and Old Alabama Gardener on? Talk about a show. Oh my gosh. That would be awesome.
So
I follow the MIgardener. He's great.
yeah, I have watched his videos since he was in high school.
Aw.
So
I'm supposed to read this to you. This is from B Lady. She was showing Mark, her husband, your Filmora videos today. And she says, Daryl, he got up out of his, he got out his HP laptop and purchased it, his own copy. She says, Daryl, OMG, he said he was going to help me edit. Awesome.
there you go. Well, yeah, and I guess we'll mention that we got MIgardener next week. Tomorrow night we have our film editing discussion where we do feature Filmora, but if you have other types of software, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of get together, and if anybody's having problems, they want to learn
even general PC problems.
different techniques as far
this
as
is the PC guru here.
creating intros and outros and titles and splicing things together, and so we try to cover all your questions tomorrow night, and that's at 8:00 on Tuesdays.
8:00 Eastern.
8:00 Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very early for those out on the coast in the beautiful weather where it's never snowing. Those people with lizards, they walk among the elite. All right. So, folks, I think we've had a very nice evening. Diane, do you have any questions for anybody?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Well, I think we're probably going to close her down here. We certainly thank each and every one of you for coming.
Thank you.
For being here. We'll see you next Monday night or tomorrow night.
Yeah, don't forget the Dancing Raccoon and Lizard Show.
Dancing
Here
Raccoon
at
and Lizard.
Filmora Homestead. We have some really strange friends.
So, Coco, are you going to wear the lizard outfit or what? All right, Brown Coat, thank you for coming. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
Nope, neither am I.
Grizz, thank you for stopping by. Retired and Prepping. Vicky's Country Home, Bandana, Bee Lady, and
Do you know it's flu season? There's a lot of people out there with the flu.
what does that have to do with it?
You may have to give them a tip about medication.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, probably.
Since it's kind of come back now, since
It just might.
all right,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. I guess I was just reminded that we realized that a lot of people have the flu. It's going around and sick, so a lot of people are self-medicating. They're going to the big box stores or the big drug stores and getting all these medicines and stuff off the shelf. And a lot of these people, they don't pay a whole lot of attention to these pills, and they start taking handfuls of this and handfuls of that, which is not a good thing. So just as a warning here, as we close here tonight, if you are taking these pills, there's 2 pills you never want to take at the same time. So before you go to bed at night, You don't ever want to take a sleeping pill and a laxative. Good night, folks.